We just got home yesterday from another great summer vacation. This time we were gone for 10 days. And I came out right away to look at the garden, but I was just so blown away that I just didn't want to do a video until, or I didn't even want to look at it until I had the video. So this is a jungle. I had said earlier that I wanted to change up my my plan a little bit and really just crowd in the garden, see what I could get in there, do minimal pruning and see what happens. And it's growing really crazy, you know, being gone 10 days and coming back, you really see the difference that you don't normally see because, you know, you watch it slowly grow every day, but after being gone 10 days, there's a big difference. So let's take a look. You can see my tomatoes are already above the 6-foot cattle panel trellis, and it's only July 12th, I think. I see that I have a whole lot more garlic scapes that I thought I had picked them all. These guys, I don't know if I can still use them or not, but I definitely have to take them off. I thought these were all done. Molly, please don't. No, that's dill. You can see, come here, Molly, stand right here. This volunteer dill has grown above the height of my daughter by quite a bit. Actually, I think it's taller than me. I have a zucchini plant that hadn't produced anything before we left, and now I've got this monster zucchini in here. I don't even know what I'm going to make out of it or if it's even still good to eat. I'm going to harvest that. You can see how big that zucchini is. I'm going to harvest that today. Maybe I'll fry those up into some sort of a zucchini burger. I don't know. This little sunburst squash is just starting over here. What else have I got back here? Everything's looking really good. These are peppers. A lot of different kinds of peppers. These are the ones whose labels didn't get in as quickly as I thought. This is a Aurora pepper, and these little guys I thought are supposed to be spikier than that. So I don't know if they're just not getting enough sun in here or what. Got little peppers growing here. Those are snack peppers. Most of the ones on this side of the garden are snacky peppers. I think this is, the tag says snackable, but I don't think that's what this is. I think this is a pepperoncini. I've got lots of pepperoncini this year because I had a bunch left over after the sale, so I just plucked them into the ground. They'd be really great to start picking and pickling. This is actually a bean. I don't remember which kind, but it's the intent was for this to grow up along the edge of the fence here, so I'm gonna see if I can redirect the end of that. See, the weeds aren't too bad, but I'm pulling them out here and there. We've got some rutabaga starting to bulb down there. This is a Swiss chard. That's looking really amazing. I think that's a Swiss chard. Yeah, and this is too, this red one. I don't know how well you can see those, but they're really pretty. I don't usually have the best luck with these, but they seem to be doing really well this year. Some beets on this side. My onions are really terrible. I started all of them from seed, and they've all just, we had a storm right away in the beginning of the year, and they all flopped over and just never came back up. So I don't know if my onion patch is just hopeless or if we'll get a harvest off those. Lots of beets coming in. In between the beets, I have some jalapeno peppers. They're doing really well. Craig wanted to make some, I don't remember what it was called, but they're basically stuffed grilled jalapeno peppers, but they're stuffed with leftover brisket and cream cheese and wrapped in bacon. They're Oh, cowboy Twinkies is what they're called. This pepper is doing really well. It's just a tiny little plant, but it's got, you know, 4 peppers growing on there. A couple over here too. And this little beastie right here, a couple of them. These are doing really well. But again, I'm not sure what kind they are because I messed up my labeling. I've got beans growing over here, but they're either not doing anything or they're just kind of mixing in with my other plants, and that's not good. So I'll have to come back and untangle those. This is the first tomato bed. We've got Amish paste down here. You can see that there's lots of green tomatoes growing in there. There's Italian heirloom. You can see some of the tomatoes there. There's a pink brandywine and a black beauty, and you can see the black tomatoes coming in here. All the ones along here are my Roma tomatoes. Usually I start finding a little blossom end rot on my Romas this time of year. But I came out here and I sprayed that with Rot Stop, and it is basically just a calcium supplement, and they seem to be doing excellent. So knock on wood, they're doing better this year, but I'm also going to come out and spray them with that Rot Stop again, because it'd be really great to have a huge harvest of tomatoes this year. You can see the grass is all overgrown. But look down this row, you guys. All the tomatoes are flopping down right into the pathway here, and so I don't even want to go in there. These are all Romas. Romas are determinate tomatoes, and they don't get super tall, but they're bushes, and so caging them is always a better option than staking them high. And so these have been caged. They're not in my way, but these ones that are indeterminate, meaning they don't stop growing until either cold or disease takes them, these are all just kind of flopping. These are some people, well, most people would say these would be considered suckers. Anything that's not, you know, along the main 1 or 2 stems, people like to prune them off. But I decided not to do that this year as much as possible. I think I may have to take some branches off, but I'm going to see what I could do about just getting these back up onto the trellis, or maybe I'll just put a nice tall stake right in the front of here. These are my very first ripe tomatoes of the year. They are the Honey Drop Cherry. I saw an ad for them. I don't remember where. You can see my basil growing in there, all snug as a bug buried in the tomatoes. But these Honey Drop Cherries were supposed to rival my favorite Sun Gold tomatoes. Sun Sugar is really similar, but Sun Gold I like better than Sun Sugar. And so these were my first producers. I did try one yesterday, and they are really good. I don't know if that's just because it's the first tomato of the season, though. Super sweet. Not a lot of skin. So all the tomatoes down the row here, I'm not even going to show you what they are because I'm scared I'm gonna step on something in this and break it. Here's my Molly. She's at my feet 100% all the time. My bee balm came back beautifully after being sprayed by my lawn service with herbicide.
Honeybee.
You see that? No, it's a bumblebee.
Oh, wait, no, it's a honeybee.
Yeah, it's a bumblebee. See how fuzzy it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Honeybees are smaller and they're not quite as fuzzy, and they don't have so much yellow.
They're like striped. Are they the striped bees?
Yeah, they have kind of stripes. Yep.
Like zebras?
Kind of.
Except straight and curved?
Mm-hmm.
Well, curved. Like craved.
So look down this row. That is my garden scooter. I'm supposed to be able to sit on that and scoot through these rows. That's not going to happen. Look at that. I'm kind of actually a little bit scared to go in there because I don't want to get stung.
Or you don't want to get frog hopped on your head.
Yeah, I don't want to get a frog hopping on my head or anything. So I'm going to come out here when it's a little cooler. Maybe I can put some long sleeves on, but definitely when I've got some stuff to tie up these tomatoes that are coming down. This is really cool. This is that's a China jade cucumber. I'll show you from the other side. This is another zucchini plant, and I just noticed, look, oh, that's not zucchini. This is a acorn squash. That was not here at all before we left. That's exciting to see. There is a zucchini over here too. I think that's another acorn squash right there. The dill is pretty incredible. And then look at this. This is fun. These are my look at that. These are pretty enormous. I can't really hold the camera very well and show you, but you can see my hand. This is the, what is this called again? Sunburst hybrid. It's a summer squash. I think they're supposed to be picked when they're smaller, but I'll have to look that up. Back here I can see this little muncher cucumber is growing because it's on the trellis right behind here, but it's growing right up inside my squash plants. There's another sunburst right here. And then this is my Minnesota midget melon. I don't see any melons on here yet. Not yet. Oh man, if you could smell this dill, it's just kind of intoxicating. Alright. There's a beautiful zucchini right there. All of my zucchini are Black Beauty. It's got two fruits on this one. Yep, but make sure you pick it up when you're done.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Yes,
Why don't I just keep the cap on it so it doesn't get rained on?
Okay, well, we'll talk about it. Molly wants to change her fairy garden over to a Littlest Pet Shop garden. This is, shoot, it's, oh god, look over here, look at this. This is a China jade cucumber. It's a, I don't remember what it's called, but it's China jade. They're supposed to be very tasty. Okay, I had a few interruptions. So let's see what else we got in here. So again, I'm a little bit scared to walk through here because I don't know what's in here. And also, these branches are a little pokey. Alright, look what we got over here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so these are supposed to be gherkin cucumbers, miniature, you know, pickler cucumbers. They're getting awfully big. I gotta get those off the vine. I see I have a couple of zucchinis that were not well pollinated. I've got a cucumber here that's gone rogue. So I'll work on getting this. Wow, look at how long that is. That's pretty new. Work on getting that going back up the trellis. This is way past ripe. That'll be garbage. Oh, look, you guys. It's the, which one is this? Oh, that's the White Wonder. I haven't seen them yet. Craig's gonna be so happy. That's really big. I wasn't expecting them to be that big. And look at how big these guys are. These are not gonna be, they're probably not gonna be usable just because they've gotten so big. Oh, I see something else back here. Oh, it's a ball. I'll give this back to the neighbor kids. This cucumber needs to go back up here on the vine. This squash, way over here, you can see is really long. It goes all the way back in here and down. And that is that guy. That is a Australian butter squash. So I'm going to come out here with some sort of a hammock sling to support that. This, let's see, this would have been a Boston pickling cucumber, but hey, look at that. Something might have been eating that guy, but this is no good. This is no good. I gotta get out here and harvest all of this because it's just no good. This one's already past ripe. So that's what happens in your garden. When you leave for 10 days or more, your stuff comes back and there's some waste because everything is overgrown, and once it gets that big, it just doesn't have a lot of use. It doesn't taste good anymore. Those cucumbers will be bitter, and they'll be bitter and parched. That's it. I mean, strawberries are all starting to come back. I trimmed them down. See another extremely overripe cucumber back here. It's gonna take some work to dig through all this stuff and find everything, but you know, these big overripe cucumbers are pretty easy to see because they practically glow in this garden. It's too bad for all the waste, but here's another giant one. But you know what? We had a great vacation. It was worth it. Seeing some brown ends on the bottom of some of the tomatoes over here. Let me just check on those. That might be a start to a little blossom end rat, so I'll come out and treat these too. These are, what are these? Oh yep, definitely blossom end rat starting on these. I think these are, I think they're almost paste, but let me, I don't know, I can't find the tag. I don't know, I'll find the label on these eventually, but for now I have a lot of work to do in the garden and it's supper time, so another day will be gone before I can get out here and do the work I need to do. But thanks for walking through with me today. It's been a fun walk and I have a lot to come out here and harvest. Maybe there's some fried zucchini on the menu for tonight. Have a good one all.